Hi friends, my name is Jenna Buckley. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, please do so at Jennaration Yoga. You can just Google that, and you're probably watching this via YouTube right now, so you can click the subscribe button. That helps me. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Jennaration Yoga, Jennaration Yoga. All right, so today we'll work toward wheel, full back bend, something familiar to you depending on your age, perhaps way early in life through gymnastics or whatever you potentially did sport-wise. And the way that we need to get there is opening up chest, shoulders, hip flexors, groin. So everything on the front body, we want to open up. Sorry, fuzz. In order to do that, we also need to make sure our back body really supports that. So we will work on the upper alignment principles that I am learning and teaching right now. And that is lift armpits up to ears, so side body long, head to arm bones back, scapula firmly sits on the back, and the tips, the bottom tips of the scapula, you want to try to draw together, and then without splaying the ribs. So we'll talk about all that through the practice. Let's start in hero's pose, which will be a great just start to this whole practice as we open up. I will say this is probably my top 5 least favorite poses. I want to make it a favorite. Through this pandemic, I've picked the poses that I don't like, and that's what I'm working on, and I'm seeing a lot of progress. So you might have your hips on a block. You're on the tops of the feet. Heels hug the outer hips and glutes. You can take your knees apart a little bit so they're hips width distance apart, and then just rest your hands down. If you feel like you don't need the block and both sits bones can rest down on your mat, go for it. Or maybe just a blanket. Okay. Rest your hands. Ground down through your sits bones, low back draws in and up, spine is tall, lift from the crown of the head, and then you're tall here in your spine, your torso, but you're not rigid. Relax the muscles in your face. And just come to your mat mentally, physically, emotionally. We practice to check in with how our body is feeling, how it's taking in everything in our environment, knowing that we store a lot of tissue or tension in our muscles. We want to make sure we're paying attention to the changes that are happening in our body, influenced by the outside circumstances. So how do you feel right now? Just be one word. Just checking in. And set an intention for your practice. Again, it could just be one word or a short statement. Make it something positive. Something you can take with you off your mat. Fold your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, breath. Exhale, release. Set the palms down. Lean forward to come off the shins. And then tuck your toes. So hips are stacked over knees to start. Toes tucked. Press back. Glutes to heels. They don't have to touch.
Walk your fingertips forward and then tent your fingertips so your palms lift, elbows a little bit wide. So you'll feel, there's my shoulders and they're tight, or there feels, you feel tension there. Either way, we just kind of want to light them up. You can take your chin down or your forehead down. And so keep pressing down into your fingertips, lifting your arms off the mat, lift your armpits, elbows wide. And one more inhale. Exhale. Lift your head, walk your hands back toward your body, untuck your toes, maybe knees come together a little bit, walk your hands behind you, and then you could take your fingertips toward your feet, side body long, lift armpits toward the ears, head of arm bones back, scapula firmly places on your upper back, and then draw the tips of the shoulder blades together at the bottom. So nice open chest. Lift your sternum, starburst your chest up, maybe elbows wide a little bit. And maybe you walk the hands back a little bit more. Lift your hips. And lower them down. Good, walk your hands forward. So come back to child's pose. We're gonna stretch the triceps and the chest more. You might take 2 blocks here. I'll show you without the blocks. So elbows down, hands to shoulders, walk elbows forward, forehead down. Sink hips back. To come into this a bit deeper, grab your blocks, elbows onto blocks. You can interlace your fingers behind your head, behind your neck. Drive your elbows down. Sink your heart toward your mat. Shoulder blades together. So you should really feel the scapula squeeze together. Think about the bottom tips of your shoulder blades trying to touch. And breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good, and then hands forward, come off the blocks. Good, now keep your hips stacked over your knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Walk your hands forward, puppy pose. Turn your armpits down. So this feels really intense for me. On the shoulders, maybe elbows lift, armpits turn down, tailbone lifts up. So you're pressing your pubic bone back between your upper thighs, lifting your tail up. Good. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. And take your fingers out to face the long edge of your mat, little wrist stretch, maybe go back and forth. And if you have the space, your fingers will face your body. Wrist creases face the top of your mat. And you go a little side to side or cat-cow. To deepen this, you'll start to take the hips back to the heels. And then come forward, flip one hand, top of the hand, and then make a fist. And just a few fists. And switch. Inhale. Open up the hand and fingers. Exhale, make a fist. 2 more rounds. Good, and then walk the hands forward a little bit. Cup the mat with your finger pads. And take the side body long again. So ears or armpits up to ears. Lengthen the side body. Melt your heart toward the earth. And lift the head of the arm bones away from your mat, squeezing your scapula together. Take your tailbone and point it more toward the back of your mat and maybe just a touch down. Tuck toes, keep that strong alignment in the upper body and lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Let's test out the length of your dog. So you'll roll forward to plank. Make sure your shoulders aren't shifting way over your wrists. Step your feet back if they are. And downward facing dog. Bend your knees a little bit, tailbone up. Cup your mat with your finger pads. And drop the elbows down. So you won't walk your feet toward your face. Try to press down through your thumb. Shake your head no. Nod yes. Good, lift your elbows and walk your feet forward toward your hands. Forward fold, feet hips width distance apart, hinging at your hips. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. And then take the backs of the hands up toward the back of your mat maybe a little bit. Maybe up higher toward the ceiling. You can bend your knees deeply, rest your torso on your thighs, and have this nice soft neck, heavy head feeling. You can even take the arms a little side to side. Good, let the fingertips fall. Straighten the legs, look forward, come into a spinal extension, so lifting halfway, maybe hands to shins or on blocks. And then walk your hands up your thighs. Tadasana. So root down through your feet. Tops of thighs press back. And then, hair in my mouth. It's everywhere. My hair just keeps falling out. All right. So lift armpits up to ears. Head to arm bones, draw back, scapula firmly placed on the back body. And sternum lifts. And then draw the bottom of the sternum down toward the navel just a touch. Hands, palms face in toward the body. And then from here, maintain this structure. And inhale, reach your arms up. Grab the left wrist with the right hand, sway to the right. Keep rooting down through your left foot. Inhale, come through center, switch the grip, exhale to the left. Inhale, reach up, cactus the arms. So elbows forward, forearms back, lift sternum, draw scapula down. Try to pierce the back of your heart with the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Good, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold, let's flow. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, shift forward in your plank. Exhale, come all the way down to your belly. Take your fingertips out in front of you and to the side. Bend the elbows, chin tucks to chest. Legs can be nice and wide. Lift armpits up to up to ears. Melt heart down, head to arm bones. Draw back. Come on up. Cobra. And then come down. Let the hands come underneath the shoulders. Take your armpits up toward your ears. Head to arm bones draw away from your mat. Scapula firmly placed on your back. Now, I don't even feel like I need my hands now. So pressing down into the feet, lift the chest. Definitely feel the back muscles working, which we need. And come on down. Press up, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Step your foot through your hands. And come on up, high lunge. Let the fingertips dangle. Let's go over alignment again. So lift armpits up to ears. Head to arm bones, draw back, lift sternum. Bottom of sternum draws down. And reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands come down, downward facing dog. Step your left foot through your hands. Come on up, crescent. Let the fingertips dangle by the sides. Lift armpits up to ears, head to arm bones, back. Bottom of sternum down toward navel. Reach your arms up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Hands come down. Forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale. Look forward. Lift halfway. All right, exhale. Step your right foot back. So we're just there. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to your belly. And then inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Press the mat away. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step your foot through your hands. Come on up. Crescent lunge. Good. Hands come back down. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot steps back this time. Reach your arms up. Hands come down to your mat. Plank. Shift forward. Take your push-up or to your belly. And then inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Press your mat away. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift up. Step your foot through your hands. And arms reach up, high lunge. Good, bring your hands down. Lift your right leg. And forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit, come all the way up. And hands to heart. All right, little balance. Open up more of the hip flexors here. Take your weight into your left leg. And bend your right knee. Try to kick your booty with your right heel. Let the arms dangle by the sides. Lift armpits up to ears. Head, arm bones back. Draw bottom of sternum down a little bit. Reach for the foot, maybe with both hands. Good, now keep drawing your foot toward your body and then kick into your hands. Try not to let your ribs splay out. So tailbone points down. Maybe you hinge at your hips, take this forward, and then come back up. And that was not a graceful release, so that probably looked a little bit better on your end. Root down into the right foot, right leg nice and strong. Bend your left knee, try to kick your booty with your left heel. Fingertips dangle. Lift armpits up, head of armpits back, or head of arm bones back. Maybe reach for the foot. Draw the bottom of the sternum down. And then gaze at something in front of you that's not moving, like the fly on my wall. Hinge at your hips, kick into your hand. And slowly come back up and release. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge at hips, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to down dog. Step your right foot through your hands, back heel down, warrior two, come on up. So turn your chest toward me, keep your hips open. Top of back thigh presses back and front knee opens to the right. Lift armpits to ears, head of arm bones back. Starburst chest. Reach out to the sides. Good, now flip your front palm, take your arm up and bend the top elbow. Palm comes to the back of your neck or upper back. Sink into your right knee, gently press your head back into your arms, keep squaring your chest toward me. Good, and then gently release. Hands come to hips. We're gonna head for half moon. So stabilize through the right leg. Open your left hip out. You might just try lifting and lowering the back leg. Toes point toward your nose. Right fingertips come down to your mat or a block. And then to get a nice quad stretch and hip flexor opening, maybe try bending the back foot, kicking into the hand. Knee still in line with hip. Good. Bottom of scapula. Draw together, open your heart. Release the foot. Step back to warrior two. My practice is not super pretty today, but that's okay. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel, hands down. Down dog. Left foot steps through hands. Back heel down. Warrior two, come on up. Let the arms dangle. So now I'm facing the wall, squaring chest toward wall. Lift armpits to ears, head of arm bones, draw back. Starburst chest up. Arms out to the sides, look ahead. Flip front palm, reverse. Bend top elbow, grab onto the elbow. Slide it down your upper back or neck. And keep pressing your back leg back. Drawing your left sits bone under. Gently release, straighten the front leg. Head for your half moon. So toes point forward on the front foot. Open your right hip, try to stack it on top of your left. Left fingertips come down. Maybe you grab a block here or bend your upper knee. You can bring the knee to the chest if that helps grab the foot. Kick into the hand. And hand pulls to foot. Left sits bone toward center line, tailbone. Good. Release the top foot. Warrior two. Flip front palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands come down. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot through, back knee down. Walk the knee back. You don't want to be on the kneecap. So you want to be on the bottom of the thigh on that back leg. So feel free to take a blanket under that. And then take your hands to the front thigh. Arms dangle. Armpits lift, head of arm bones draw back. Bottom of sternum toward navel. Super strong core. Inhale, reach arms up. Palms can touch. You're just lightly touching, no tension in your neck. Lift your sternum up. Take the gaze up. And then maybe curl back. Good, take the hands down. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, back knee down. Walk your back knee back. Hands come to the thigh. And then let the arms dangle. Lift armpits to ears, head arm bones back. Starburst chest. Bottom of sternum, jaws to navel. So you feel like a softness with your strength. Inhale, reach your arms up. Palms together. Lift sternum, lift fingertips, lift gaze. Good, and then bring your hands down. Downward facing dog. Rock forward to plank, come all the way down to your belly. Take your arms long by the sides, interlace your fingers behind your low back, draw the knuckles to the back of your mat. Legs can be nice and wide. Press your pubic bone down into the mat. And lift up. Locust. And release. You'll take another one of those or bend your knees. Reach for the feet or the ankles. Same thing. First, maybe you're not even grabbing your feet, so let go of the feet either way. Take your armpits up to your ears, make space in your side body. Bring the scapula together and down the back, like my arms just lift up from that movement. Maybe the feet come a little bit closer. Chin starts at chest. Kick into hands, lift everything up. And maybe gaze goes forward a little bit. Try to lift. Flare the toes. Kick, kick, kick into the hands. And release. Good. And then let's press on up. And on your back. Heels walk toward your glutes, but not so much. You can always do that later. Plant the hands, fingers point toward the body. So wrist creases are forward, just like we did in our wrist stretches. Hug the elbows in a little bit. They will often want to splay out. And before we do that, let's think of our principles. So we're going to come lift hips and first move top of the head. Try to roll forward to the hairline. Now lengthen your side body. So take the elbows away from your face, so shoulders out of socket, and then arms back into socket. Squeeze scapula together, lift hips, grip the mat with your finger pads, press the earth away. And you don't have to look back at your feet. Just look straight ahead, try to straighten the arms. Take your chin to your chest, and come on back down. Knees draw in. Rock a little side to side. Okay, let's try it again. Feet root down. Let's keep the natural curve in the low back by tilting onto the bottom of our sits bones. Lengthen side body up to ears. Head the arm bones down toward your mat. And then maybe you shimmy the shoulder blades together a touch. Hands rest. Our palms plant. Fingers face the body. Try to hug the elbows in a little bit. First step. Press down into the inner arches of your feet. Lift your booty. Soften your glutes a little bit. Come to the top of your head. Roll to your hairline. Good, and then take your shoulders out of socket and back in. Plug them in. Integrated, strong alignment. Lift hips, lift chest. Good, try to straighten your arm. Maybe walk your feet closer to your heels. Turn your knees in a little bit, lengthen your tailbone toward the back of your knees and relax your glutes a little. Tuck chin, come on back down. Good, draw the knees in. So you're gonna do one more. I'm not, but you are, or you're gonna do a bridge. Okay, so sits bones forward, natural curve in the lumbar spine. Feet nice and flat. Press down into all four corners of your feet. This grip. Lift your armpits up to your ears and firmly place your shoulders down on your mat. Tips, bottom tips of scapula, draw together. Sternum lifts, chest is open. Root the hands down. Press up to the top of your head and then roll toward your hairline. Take the arm bones out of socket and then back in. And when you're ready, lift chest, lift pelvis. You've got it so strong. Try to straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Once you have that, you can pump your chest toward the top of your mat. And try not to let the neck just hang. Maybe soften your gaze by looking up to the sky a little bit more versus back at your feet. One more inhale. Tuck your chin, sits bones down, release. All right, so I know you want to take your knees in your chest, but just root down through your feet. Soles of feet together, knees wide. Maybe one hand at your belly, one at your heart, and just settle in. All that work kind of settle with your back body down to your mat. All those points in your back body get heavier. Good. Take your hands to the outside of the knees. Bring them together. Knees draw into your chest. Take your hips to the left, knees to the right. Firmly root your shoulder blades down. Look to the left. Knees come back through center. Adjust and take them to your left. Gaze to the right. Try to lengthen the top of your hip away from your armpit. And then come back through center. Good. Knees hug in. Curl up into the tightest little ball you can. Take moment of gratitude. Instead of just like noticing, yeah, I'm lucky, I get to practice yoga right now. Feel that. Feel the gratitude for the practice. Gratitude for your breath. So whenever we feel anxiety, stress, depression, a great thing to do is try to live in gratitude for a moment. What is it? Is it your dog? Is it the ice cream you have in your freezer? Just feel the gratitude in your body. One more inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Let the practice go. Let everything settle. Come back to the present moment. Deepen your breath. Reach your arms up and overhead. Stretch out your entire body. Exhale out all your breath. And receive the deepest inhale your body can take in. Hold breath at the top. And release at your mouth. Draw your knees to your chest. Rock and roll up or come off to one side. We'll just come to a seat. Keep your eyes closed. Rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. Root down with your sits bones. Lift up through the crown. Revisit your intention that you set. And feel that in your body. Take that with you today. And maybe your intention was gratitude. To feel that gratitude. Maybe it was compassion or patience or fun. What does that look like in your brain, and how does that feel in your body? Notice how you feel now compared to when you stepped on your mat. Fold your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, breath. Exhale, release. Namaste.